Ross, and we're live.
No, we're not.
Oh,
He's
wait.
joking.
Fine, fuck
Oops.
it. Sorry.
Sorry.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Had a
really?
thing up there wasn't supposed to.
All
have
right.
up
So
there.
anyway,
Yeah,
you
gotta bring
guys,
up the-
you guys
this
take
tab
care
and
of this.
just get the
Mike
chat.
and I are gonna go
Yeah.
over here, like
It's good.
way
Dan,
over here.
bring up the chat thing and
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the easiest way to do it, just minimize that, and then not minimize. Sorry, the squares in the top right corner.
Maximize?
No.
Side profile?
Yeah, that works too. That works.
There we go.
Yeah, that works
okay,
even
but
better.
where's the chat?
The chat's on the right hand
Chat's
side.
right
right
here.
now.
Okay, you
that
got
actually works even better.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Full Garage is on. How's it going, man?
Hey,
So-
what's up, Mike?
We're
I
not
will
having
be seeing you tomorrow at the show, I believe.
Yeah, and I most
We're-
likely will probably show up.
We're
there
having
just to-
technological improvements, actually. We're back on Chris's laptop, not my janky one. We
Yes.
also have a special guest here doing some pro shots,
Yeah.
which should come out really cool.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, no, hey, no, Mike.
No,
the
come
other
on
Mike,
over,
you
come
gotta
on over,
pop
Mike.
Here.
Yeah, show them who you are.
Say hi.
Hey.
What's up? What's up?
We have a professional amateur camera guy actually doing some camera work. For
And
us
and
tonight.
bonus points, he's a car
Yeah,
guy.
he's a car guy. He's got
With
a
an
sweet
awesome
ride sitting
car.
outside.
It's not awesome. It's a lie. It's a 350Z.
I love
It's
that
on
car,
here,
bro.
right? It's awesome.
I love
It's
that
got a
car.
built motor. That's cool.
Still a VQ at the end of the day.
It's got,
You
it's
got way- you got
cammed.
way more cred than
It
I
does
do. Mine's
pops
a
and
stock motor. Yours
yeah,
is fully built.
it's cammed. It does pops and bangs. It's fucking slammed on its balls, and it looks good. What
I've
what
got
more
a
can you
I got
want?
a 4-point
Yeah,
slow
so-
V6, and that's why I keep it so damn clean. It's so slow, everybody has longer to look at it, so it has to be clean.
You're gonna need that more than me.
Oh, I
But
know that.
it's caused 2 cars to get traded or sold. So
Fuck you, Brian.
That was a personal attack, wasn't it?
It
Yes, it was.
I felt that.
It's like
It
sorry.
literally made Mike sell his car.
It's like any single time that the fucking what Brian's shop on the radio, all of a sudden it says we do water pumps, and every time I see 2 legs, I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And he's like, yeah, I put that on there because of you. I'm like,
Thank
feel
you.
the love, Brian. I feel the fucking love.
Not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, he does water pumps really fucking well.
yeah, but I'm the one that went full Top Gear rules and left your ass once we got the tow truck coming.
Well, you did have cold cuts.
I did
so.
have cold groceries put in the freezer.
You at least stopped and
That's true.
checked me out.
All right, love you
Because I
boys.
was
Quick
right
sound
there.
check.
If I was already at the house.
Hold on,
that was
sound check.
debatable.
you did have cold cuts. I did have cold groceries.
We're good.
at least stopped and...
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
going
good.
good tonight.
Yeah, we're good. Definitely good thing you went that way, not through the traffic jam that was there today.
Well, yeah, I would have been dead a long time before that. I would have
Okay.
been. I would have probably been you. I would have been on fire.
Don't recommend.
No, I don't.
That's like I saw a CRX convertible recently, and I
Oh,
thought
the
how much
104
more
Mugen?
unsafe that was.
What?
Yes, you heard me correctly.
What?
You take a CRX and take the roof off,
It's
bud.
one of 4 from Japan. Mugen did it as a special thing. There was only 4 of them made. They cut the back. It actually looks really
was gonna say,
fucking
I
good.
mean, if Mugen
It looks
did it,
good.
Gives me a little more confidence.
But it's like got the full kit with the spoiler, just with no roof, and it actually looks better without the roof and all that. Like it looks fucking badass. It does. Almost reminds me of the Geo Storm convertible type deal. The way that when they did
Yeah,
it.
Oh, the Metro.
you're right. Okay.
Yeah,
Metro.
the
The
Metro,
Metro,
Metro
yeah.
convertible.
yeah, the Metro.
And it
So
it
it's
works.
Kinda,
It
so
really
it's kinda,
does.
So it's almost like CRX meets Del Sol.
Yeah, no, CRX meets Beat.
Okay.
Yeah, CRX meets Beat because it
Ooh,
almost has like
I
a
can
full on
get down
Beat
with
vibe.
that.
Honda. I had a Spot.
Which
Honda.
S2000 CR.
Nice.
Really?
Yellow
Yes, blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
My only spot.
Chris
yeah,
River,
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a secondary.
older guy,
Yes. Yep.
older guy. Did it have black wheels?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
and I've seen that one before. Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously we haven't really been out and about much this week because of we had a hurricane hitting our state. Thankfully, not here. But on the way here, I spotted a silver 99 to like 01, the first set of wheels that were on those trucks, Lightning. Older
Nice.
Oh
really
yeah,
clean. This
I
thing-
like those wheels
like
better
I said,
than the
the later
Me
ones.
yeah.
too.
Like I said, so it was a really clean example, and it was an older dude driving it, and he did get on it a little bit, and it sounded healthy, but it sounded like it was really clean.
Speaking of the hurricane, I know everyone on social media has been talking about the McLaren that got killed by the hurricane.
Oh,
the
yeah.
two,
Unfortunate.
the two
The
wing
two-
cars. The two wing
the
cars.
2 Dodge Daytonas.
Well, no, there was a
Superbirds.
Daytona and then
And
there
a
was a
Superbird.
Superbird.
Yeah.
The orange one that was
Yeah.
flipped on its roof was a Superbird. That was a Plymouth.
2,
Yeah.
I mean, absolute
Yep.
legends.
Yep, 2 wing cars
taking
got
Those cars will be rebuilt.
Oh,
they
I'm
will.
sure.
Yeah,
They're,
And
what, $1 million cars?
yeah.
yeah.
And honestly,
Easily.
and here's the thing: when I saw the flooded P1, I was like, paging Ed Bolian.
Right.
Yeah,
Sir,
no.
Tavares is
Ed
on
Bollion's
the
already on the phone.
At
You know
this
that.
point, Ed Boley and Tavares are going to have a scrap over it.
Right.
Yeah.
They're already on the phone trying to contact the owner.
But no, those
And,
wing.
and Tyler Hoover sitting back on the side going, I'll
I'll-
wait till these two finish.
Yeah,
Right.
no, the wing cars will be rebuilt.
Oh,
100%. I know that because also the damage that it looked like. Yes, they were flipped over in that, but it seemed like stuff that a new roof skin and roof structure couldn't fix.
The orange car, the quarter panels were buckled where the wing hit on the ground.
Yeah, but it's one of those. I'm pretty sure you can get either.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
places
you
that
can,
yeah.
you,
for sure.
you read the panels. And
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. So that's the one good thing. As long as it's
was it-
chassis wise is good.
OMD Metal Direct
Yep.
or one of
Yep.
those makes all of the body
Yeah.
work for those things.
I did have one other car spot actually this morning, coming from what's that road called?
That road, yes, I know exactly what one you're talking
Walgreens, CVS, Crystal River, 19 to 44. That way, coming across
Yeah.
onto 44.
I got you.
360 Spider.
Really?
Like drop the clutch, spin the tires. It was manual sideways going onto 44 this morning. Top down, big smile on face, much approve.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
I just saw it and I was like, oh. And then all of a sudden I heard it revving up and I was like, wait a minute. There's no one around him, like no one behind him. Like, what is. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, good job.
Well done, sir. Good for you.
Ferrari, cheaper than a Supra.
What's the retail on one of those spots?
So do you want me to get the first beer? Which
I was
one are
about
we
to say,
doing?
we want to start off on a beer here,
Which
guys?
Yeah, I was going to
What?
say, I'm kind of missing something here.
Which one are we doing?
I don't care.
Doesn't matter. Mine's in the outside fridge in the brown container.
Mine's in the inside fridge.
Choose your weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, I was really sad when I saw those super birds.
Yeah, and that dude with that McLaren P1 too, like his Rolls Royce, I guess, got tanked too.
Yeah, pretty much everything that was in that garage got tanked.
Yep.
Well, they got hit really hard down there, unfortunately.
Yeah, there I saw stuff like the causeway to Sanibel Island.
The only
All
way
of
in.
the- I
and
mean,
out.
like the bridge itself
Was
on the
gone.
pillars was fine. It was the approaches.
Yeah,
to
right
the
at the
sandbar
end,
Yep.
and it was just.
that was knocked down, and then parts of the sandbar and the road and everything itself is just gone.
Yep.
That's going to be fun to deal with.
That whole island got, like,
Oh,
erased.
yes, it did.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Yeah, that's. Orlando got massive flooding. I imagine Jacksonville
sir.
got some pretty good flooding with the way the
Oh,
wind was
hey.
bringing that in.
So, this one's spoiled for me because I have a 6-pack of it sitting in my...
4-pack.
Or a 4-pack of it sitting in my fridge right now.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I've had this because my brother-in-law got it for me to have at my nephew's birthday. But I gotta say, I don't remember it, so
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be reminded. And you know what? I'm still
One
okay.
thing I have learned with this, don't soft pour it.
Oh, it's hard pour.
You don't have to hard pour it, but
Just-
you want to
just
get
normal
some of the,
pour?
You want to get some of the fizz out of it.
All right.
Okay.
So this is Big Storm Brewing Oktoberfest Marzen Lager.
Going with you, Chris.
6.4% alcohol. Comes in a 4-pack pint cans. It was around $10 or $11. Wasn't that expensive? I mean, really?
Chris.
You gotta let it.
Let
Our
it
favorite
fit.
fall
Let
beer
her
is
fit.
brewed in the traditional German fashion of a Marzen Lager, gold medal winner of Best Florida Beer. This smooth and balanced lager perfectly blends rich and toasty Munich and Vienna malts before being cool fermented and matured for 6 weeks. Let Big Storm's Oktoberfest bring the experience of Bavaria to your backyard.
Well,
Prost!
when you're boasting the whole freaking gold medal winner, I better be wowed.
I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised.
It smells amazing. Also, my hands smell amazing. We got a new soap in the bathroom, and it's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, the one
No,
with the-
seriously.
Oh my.
What's that one?
Wow.
in the bathroom?
It smells like
Teak
cologne.
and Saddleboard.
Yeah, that one's.
It's good.
That is
Sorry,
good.
guys. Like we're big on like
We're
hand
sniffing
soaps
hands
and
over
thing,
here.
and
The one in the kitchen, though.
that one's a pumpkin pie one or something like that.
Exactly.
And
It's
yeah,
like pumpkin apple something.
yeah, pumpkin apple is what that is. Yeah. But no, the one in the bathroom is a sandalwood and teakwood, and
It does smell good.
it's one of those. I'm like, can you make this in a body wash, please?
And I'm just gonna hold this up to the camera so you can see this beautiful just light head on this beer. It's just perfect, and it's holding. It's a nice.
Look at
Look at Brian going for fucking gold over here.
Oh,
Excuse
yeah.
my French, kids. He's going all the way.
he's going for distance. He's
going
going
for
for speed. Copyright.
Secretly all alone
Oh God, Dan.
in her time
Can
of
I get the whole
need.
thing in
Dead.
there? Yep.
I'm trying. I'm getting on the same board here. It's got a poofy head.
This is gonna be messy when we clink.
I don't think we're clinking at this
Da-da-da-da!
point.
I got all mine.
hey,
That overflowed.
No,
Overflowed.
did it? That's because I'm not level. On my side, it's good.
Yeah, he is a little bit off.
Hey, at this point we
Well,
will
it's Dan.
clink
Aw.
the empty cans. How
By the
about
way,
that?
Dan, do not knock over Lemmy and the other
I know,
gnome
I won't. Don't worry. I love them. They're my friends.
there. I fixed it once.
I think mine might not be a full-on pint glass.
You're not level 2, but
And overflow.
yeah, you
Overflow on
got
the back.
yeah, same problem as me. We got some slight not levelness here.
No, I'm just
Clank,
I can
Clank.
get up with the.
I'm not. So yes.
Chris
Actually-
is more brave. There's too many
Come on, man.
electronics. Fine, Mike. Me and you can at
Clank.
least. Oh no, I'm braver. I'm braver than that.
Clink.
Clink.
I was gonna say I got foam on that, so I didn't really get a flavor. But
Perfect. Ooh.
oh damn,
Oh, yeah.
isn't it?
I like.
oh damn,
Ooh.
Last bit of that glass.
pairs well with
saw
chocolate
that.
cake. Yes.
Grilled brats and beer cheese.
Oh, this with German chocolate cake.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
That would be
What's on the end?
beer. I don't know. I might not have cleaned the glass good, so.
It's got like the slightest hit of cocoa on the end. I
Yeah.
think.
I'm not
Or-
really,
or
get,
like
I'm not
a
really
coffee.
getting that.
Like a coffee.
I'm not really getting that. What was the?
I got like
I gotta bring up our list.
Getting like
the hard Mars and caramel. Well, not caramel, but like, you know.
didn't know it was a nutmeg. On the burp, I get a nutmeg.
I still taste dinner on the burp.
I'm gonna say that dinner was good.
It was good.
Yeah, last week's was the Divine Brew, and I don't give a schnitzel. This is, I think it's a little crisper than the other one.
Crisper and not as full-bodied. The other one had more of a. It was a little bit darker. The other one was a little bit more darker and had more of a. More
Yeah.
of that amber notes.
Yeah.
in that,
Coffee
like
finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of almost a coffee there at the end.
But
yeah.
I like it though.
That like dryness that you get from drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this
With
is
the
a,
slight,
this
it's
is
just like the
slightly drier
slightest
finish.
tinge.
It's a slightly drier finish than other ones.
I mean, I got some kind of funky like flu thing a couple weeks ago, and my taste went like fucking boom. So
I think that was COVID.
at least I'm tasting more.
Oh, you're tasting more. Oh, yeah.
No,
that's
more.
the
Yeah,
opposite
no,
of COVID.
no. Oh, yeah, way more.
That's monkeypox.
Yeah, you get COVID, you lose your taste. You get the monkeypox, you get it back.
All I know is like my taste has been extra sensitive lately.
What have you been doing? Care to share?
No.
I don't want to
By the way, Mike says that his heart broke into a million pieces when he saw the wing cars get
Oh,
trashed.
yeah.
And a guy came into Napa last week with a really sweet Dodge Rampage.
Really?
Oh, I love the fucking
It's been
rampages.
forever since we've seen one of those.
My
Yeah, it's
neighbor
been a long
in Citrus
time.
Springs had one.
Yep.
The last one I saw was that silver one.
No, there was a really clean.
No, sorry, I saw it was black. I saw a black
There was
one.
a really clean
black
red one running around in Inverness, and I sent you that one many times.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
That really nice red one.
Yeah.
I fucking love that thing. It went up to Thunder a couple times.
Yeah, there's a couple of unicorns that we see around here. There's the red Pig Nose 240.
Yep.
Completely
That's the
built-
original owner.
Original owner, completely stock. We see that one bouncing
That fights
around.
everybody in the parking lot because so many guys come running up to her, and she's just seriously
It's
a
like
little old lady.
She's like,
And
no!
as soon as someone says, "Excuse me, man," she's like, "No, I will not sell my car." And it's like, no matter what, like she just automatically thinks you're trying to buy her car because so many
you
people
could be
have.
like you could try to do something like anything else, and she'd be like, "No, don't buy that. My car's not for sale." I'm sorry. I know too many drift boys with sideways hats from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the older dude in Pine Ridge with the FC Turbo 2. Red, super clean, no smoke, no apex seals coming out the back.
The only upgrade that it has is turn down pipes on the tailpipes, so that way it doesn't soot the back bumper.
Yeah, or melt it.
There's a gold one in Beverly Hills. I've got to figure out who owns it.
I've seen 2 or 3 times drive by my work early in the morning, a white Savannah right-hand drive
Ooh.
that has
FC?
Yep, that has gone down for 46.
Looking at.
Yeah, he was cooking it pretty good.
Stop! Don't do that.
Sorry.
You're not a fucking 5th grader at my school. Sorry.
Well,
Did you happen to see Whistling Diesel's video of squatted truck owners be like,
No.
no.
it's a parody video that's actually really well done.
I'm
And
so
that's-
mad of when he crushed that beautiful 79 blue F100. That
I
He's
was
saw
he's
a
done-
TikTok of
he's
that
done so
today,
much.
and it was interspiced
Yeah.
with
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
No!
No! Oh, did we do this? Is this because we were bad? No, please.
Now I didn't even watch it. I just saw the caption, the Skyline incidents that he did, and then Rife went out the Hilux, and it's like, all right, now he's just trolling everybody and wiping out cool vehicles to do it. So fuck that guy.
Well, it's one of those. He really is a nice guy. I gotta give him that. And I mean, he's got the money for it, so I mean, he's got the money for it, so I don't blame him on that because I know if I had the money, I'd be doing stupid shit too. Not to that extreme, but I'd be doing stupid shit too. So can't blame
But
him.
it would be the opposite. You would be buying those cars to save them, not destroy them.
God damn, I would be buying a fucking 97 fucking Bonneville supercharged, like fucking, I'm gonna save it!
Yes.
And then
We would have
and
the
then-
most
no.
oddball, eclectic car collection.
No, but then 15 years from now, we would be Vice Grip Garage with the Rust Ranch.
Yes.
They all just sit like, I bought this one about 10 years ago. I was going to fix her up, and it's been sitting here for 10 years. So we're going to go to this
my
one
front
over
yard.
here.
That's already my front yard at this point.
Mine was like that for quite
I
a
always
while.
told it people if I won the lottery, my lottery house would just be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 25-car air-conditioned garage with
Right.
lifts,
No, it's one of those, you would know
so I could put all my weird shit in it.
you would know if me and Brian won the lottery. We would not be driving around Ferraris, Lamborghinis, all that stuff. It would be
No,
just randomly.
here's a
Why
K-truck.
why does Chris and Dan have a K-truck now?
No,
why does Mike have a
who
K-truck
bought
now?
that?
No.
Who
Why-
bought
why-
that Corolla all-track wagon off Bring a
why
Trailer
does
for
every one of their friends
$100,000?
have a K-truck now with numbers on the side of them?
One, I would have a K-truck. These 3 would have a K-truck. 2 legs,
Ed.
Ricky Bobby, Jason, Ed, Dave. A whole bunch of us would have K-trucks.
And they
And
would all
we
have
would-
numbers on the side of them. And
They
it'd
wouldn't
be,
even have numbers. We would just race them, and then we would probably need new K-trucks.
Right.
like, why did they just get a K-truck?
The first annual inaugural K-Truck Racing Motorsport event.
All I know is there is a
Yes.
guy. There is a
How much
Yes.
does it cost to rent out Citrus Speedway?
yeah.
It doesn't matter at that point. We have the money.
No,
We've got lottery money. We've got the
I
money.
mean, like, these guys want to rent the track to race these little things, like vans around the track.
At that point, I'm pretty sure they would
Citrus
say.
County Japanese trucklet race.
I'm pretty sure at that point they would say, we don't even need to rent a track, just let us sell tickets for it, and they'll be okay.
Right.
But no, it's one of
buy the
those.
whole
There's
seat,
a
you'll
guy
need
that
nothing
has
but the
a K-truck that just got it a couple months ago. He's actually, I believe, he looks younger than us, and it is straight piped right through the bed, just straight piped, and that thing, he is limiter every single shift. Just
And never breaks the speed limit.
and the biggest smile on his face as he's doing 25 miles per
I was about
hour.
to say,
And never breaks the speed.
30.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you
but-
never break the speed limit.
yeah. But
Something
biggest
you-
smile on his face, and every time I see that thing, I am smiling so hard because he has the biggest smile on his face, and I have the biggest smile on my face because I'm like,
Just radiating happiness.
that just
Right,
brought
right,
joy.
Like automatic CRX guy in Gainesville.
Yeah,
Exactly.
19.7 and a quarter mile
Consistently.
every single time.
And he won the bracket race because he would absolutely, on the Pro Tree, just chop that fucker down on everyone.
And run a
that was
19.7 every single
What's
time.
going on in our chat?
Said he saw the rampage he saw was the black and silver one.
Ooh.
I've not seen it.
So there
But-
might be another one running around somewhere.
But that's like the guy who was at the half-mile shootout, the old guy with his CRX. It was all, you know which one, the white one that he had
Yep.
all done up aerodynamic and everything. He maybe
Do
got
like 110.
like 110 and a half mile, but just banging gears and
Having a blast.
Yeah.
consistent too.
Hey,
110,
well,
it was like 109 point
Yeah.
something, but
And then he
every
broke
time.
110 and everybody went fucking crazy. But it's one of those, it always comes down to the saying, it is more fun to drive a slow car fast than it is to drive a fast car slow.
Yep.
Because your slow car, you can bring it to the absolute limits, not break the speed limit, but you are like flat on the floor, putting that thing to its absolute limits, and you know you will not get a ticket because you are either right there or slightly above the speed limit, but that's it. Whereas you got, your Ferrari or something like that, and you go to hit a thing like Ozello, and you're like, I'm doing 45. Ooh, look at me. And it's like, I can't get out of first gear. Well, this guy's in like fifth gear. Wah, ba, 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 ba. Woo!
The Spectra.
Yeah.
The Spectra was the epitome of that car. 5-speed, hatchback, 4-cylinder, had 130 horsepower, and I could be going down 19, turn on a 19, and just wide open throttle through first, second, all the way to the top of third, and I was doing 58 miles an hour.
That was my MX-3. It was all of 110 horsepower.
Before you flipped it over.
No, the MX-3, the little black, black Easter egg.
Yeah.
1.6 liters of 100 horsepower Fury, bud. You had that fourth gear before you could hit 60.
Yeah.
And ring that bitch out to 8,000 RPM. Bam, bam, bam.
79 Honda Accord, my $100 wonder car. Every time I got in that car, I beat that thing like it owed me money. And rarely broke the speed limit doing it. It was great.
A lot like a rental car. That Nissan Micra I had in Ireland with that 3-cylinder. I saw a rev limiter I didn't care. Anytime that the light turned green, I could floor it and I wouldn't be driving like an asshole.
So, speaking of street hooning and
driving
Assholes.
like an asshole, should we go into our first
Yes,
topic?
let's go into
Sure.
that because...
Buy front-wheel drive cars, save lives.
No. Don't be a fucking twat.
Twat waffle.
Twat waffle's inappropriate. I like fucktard. Fucktard is just a general use phrase that sort of fits here.
So anybody that's not in the car world and on social media recently,
Well,
there
even
was a-
even if they're in like social, even if you're not a car
Right, it
person and
made
it's
the
on
news.
social media.
This made the news. There was a large national car meet in New Jersey.
But the thing is, this is not even sanctioned. It's
Now, this-
not.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
an
a
unsanctioned event.
Okay, now this actually originally was sort of a sanctioned event.
It was
of
a VW
Volkswagen
thing.
Audi thing.
Yeah.
Back in
That
the,
happened
yeah, that's
in,
how it originated,
Yeah,
actually.
Where the Maryland?
No.
Ocean
No.
City- Ocean
No.
Maryland?
No, it was...
Virginia. Well, Wildwood, Virginia. Or-
No, the original was in Ocean City
Yeah, but then they went to Wildwood up
because
north.
Ocean City kicked them out.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
it started out
That
as
was
a
the car theft year.
Well,
Yeah.
it started out as a sanctioned event like VW and VW Audi stuff, and then they dissolved that, and then all kinds of people just decided to kind of have an unsanctioned thing called an H2OI,
Right.
and they kept invading this city every year and being assholes of the road and everything else, and the cops really started cracking down on lowered suspensions and modified cars and towing vehicles.
But this year they
And of
took it
course-
to a new extreme.
Well, kept getting worse there, but then, of course, then it looked at these assholes would think that getting their car towed and getting a ticket was sort of a badge of honor. Gave them cred.
Yeah,
Right.
they post shit on Instagram and whatnot, like, and everybody's all praising him, like, oh, over
Well-
everywhere. It's like, oh, got my car towed, LOL.
But
and-
now they took a thing out of California fucking stand over there and decided, you know what? Now we're gonna do takeovers.
Where did they go this time in New Jersey?
Wildwood, New Jersey.
Wildwood, New Jersey.
And
So things went awry.
yeah, somebody was street racing and they hit another vehicle that wasn't involved. Passenger was ejected, and that vehicle, I think, also hit a pedestrian.
Yep.
Yep.
So two people
Well, what
were
it
killed.
was they actually, so they were trying to show off. I've seen the video. They were doing launch control in a BMW, They launched, another car was turning, didn't see them come up on the side of them in launch control, turned into the side of them and sent them sideways. They hit a Honda Civic and a golf cart. That was
Yeah,
the
that's
problem.
right. Yeah.
They hit somebody, two people riding around in a golf cart.
Which is
And
legal and all that up
It is
there.
legal
Yeah.
on the street there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, was it two people died?
Yeah.
2 people.
Yep.
So,
One was a kid and
Yeah.
the other one was an adult. But
So 2 people died from this, and it has shined a very, very, very negative light across the entire car community. And we've tried to make people understand there are separate parts of the car community. These takeovers and this activity
are
is
fucking
not part of the car
stupid.
community.
Yeah,
at all.
These
no,
people are
and
just
and
assholes.
the thing is the fact that on social media you are watching people try to defend it and be like, well, no, this is what actually happens at a takeover, and it's like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Right. If you're
Like
part
you-
of the takeover culture,
Like,
we
well,
hate
and
you.
also,
All of
if
us, we all
anybody
hate
that is watching that doesn't know what a takeover is, it's you have a big group of people that they literally go to an intersection, and you'll have them go at all sides of an intersection, block it off, so now no one can get through. So now you have traffic in 4 different ways blocked off.
You basically gridlocked a neighborhood from
Right.
one intersection.
And they go and they do crappy donuts in the middle of an intersection where people stand at. I gotta say, the funniest video I've ever seen though is when a guy got hit by a Mustang and literally he
Ripped his
got
pants
run
off.
over by the back wheels. It ripped his
Ripped his
pants
pants
off
off.
and
Uh-huh.
literally bloodied his sack. And it was, I gotta say, he deserved it.
Absolutely.
But like it's
Well, he was also one of those assholes that was hanging out the passenger door going, woo!
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing is, you get all these people that are like hanging out at passenger doors, like out the
It's-
windows and shit,
and
and,
then
multiple people start joining in when another person's coming around.
And then they end up hitting either someone or someone else's car, and then if that person whose car got hit goes to chase after him, they end up blocking off the road.
Oh
and
yeah, I
beating-
saw a
North
dash cam
American
video
dash
of
cam
that.
video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the dude with
exactly.
the white Charger with no
white
back
Charger ended
bumper.
up
Yeah,
backing up
guy
into
was
the dude, and
the
he-
guy was literally stuck
he
at
tried-
the light
He
because
had
of
to
it.
chase him, and the Charger turned around and head back towards the intersection.
And then his
another
buddies
car-
blocked
him off and
another
started
car came
chasing
and
him.
Blocked him off.
Yeah.
Got out the car and started running after
and
him.
beating
So
on
dude's
his
like,
hood
"Alright,
and all that. And he's like,
I'm out.
he's like, I was stuck in traffic. This car hit me. I went to follow him. They blocked me off because I was following him and literally started beating the crap out of my car.
Right.
Like,
These aren't car people. These are fucking
Yeah.
degenerates.
Right.
And like, and that's something because I call
Assholes
lust
of the universe.
Yeah, because I
and
call
it's
lust
one of
degenerates.
those-
Those
it's-
people are just they're on another level.
It's not being hypocrites because it's one of those. I will say, have I done street racing? Yes, I have. Have I done stupid
Allegedly.
shit like that? Yes,
In
I have.
Mexico.
Yeah, but it's one of
Allegedly.
those.
You, me, and Chris didn't go to a busy ass intersection and said, "Hey, Chris, go block there. Hey, Brian, go block
Exactly.
there. I'm gonna do fucking twirlies in the intersection." No.
Exactly.
We might have
That
done
is-
The
twirlies
only
in a
times
parking lot in
any of us
Mexico.
have ever street hooned at all in Mexico is when there's no one around. We
Yeah,
don't do shit in
Because we don't
traffic
want
because-
witnesses.
Right. I don't want
Allegedly.
to witness. I don't want to accidentally damage somebody else's property. If I wreck my car being a goofball, so be it. I wrecked my car, but I don't want to be responsible
For anybody
No,
else.
or
hurting
hurt
killing
somebody.
somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
That's something I don't want on my
That's
chest.
reckless.
And these street takeovers are absolutely reckless. They're stupid, dangerous, reckless, dumb things to do.
They're assholes of the universe.
Yeah.
We got going
And-
on over here.
Old school says, my buddy always says, a third class drive beats a first class walk.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah.
It's but what happened at this event is the fact that you actually have like people split on like, oh no, like these things are fine, and then you literally have everybody else going, y'all are fucking stupid. Like, if,
Right.
like again, if you want to
There's
go
a
do
reason
this,
why they're banning stuff that we love.
Yeah, it's
There's
like
a
you-
reason why they're making car culture illegal.
Well, and it's
And
one of
that's
those
it.
that's why shows are getting shut down is because this is the type of stuff that gets into media and all that. So now you have a city that had a sanctioned car event that none of this stuff actually happened at, but it's now one of those. Okay, well this stuff is now in the news and all that. We don't want car people around because
Yeah.
this happened somewhere else. Even though we know that it doesn't happen here, we don't want that because now people are coming on to us. Oh, how are you having that downtown car meet or something like that? Something could happen because of shit like that.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's real simple. Like, if you live in that city, congratulate. And let's say you're somebody like us that lives in that city, and you have a car that's got a 1.5-inch lowering kit and a slightly louder exhaust. Congratulations.
You
The
now have a
cops are now up your ass 100% of the
Yep.
time. You can't drive around in your town without getting pulled over.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to sell your car.
Yep.
Even
Because
if
the
you
cops
have
are gonna
even,
be all over
even
you.
if you have a clean record.
Right.
Yep.
So all of us are going to be looked at with a side eye because of groups of assholes like this.
Right.
I mean, this goes beyond our previous topics of car meet dipshits.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
You
full. This is full on just dipshits.
These are assholes.
Yeah.
These are
Because the
assholes of
news
universe.
doesn't care. The news doesn't separate us. The news doesn't talk about, oh, well, there's some good car guys that just go to shows and have a little bit of fun on a side road every once in a while. They're just, oh, it's all tuner culture, so they're all bad.
They're all degenerates. They're all
Right.
assholes. They all need to be shot.
And it's one of those if people don't think that this is going to come down to even I'm going to say even to like the boomer shows and that this would probably come if it keeps on going the way it's going, it'll come down to those boomer shows
Yep.
to where hey, your Corvette club that's having to meet, you're going to get shut down and you're probably not going to be allowed to go places and all that.
Exactly.
Like it's going to come down to that because now it's to the point to where it's not just an inconvenience for stuff that is happening. You have people that are literally dying because of this stupid asshattery.
Right. And anything that even looks remotely like a takeover,
It's not a CVT, so I'm happy.
anything that even remotely looks like a takeover, which is AKA five friends meeting up in a parking lot to bullshit about cars for an hour or two,
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
it's going to get shut down.
Yep. Well, it's one
This
of those.
has to stop.
At that point, it's not
I'm
even.
speaking to the entire car culture as a whole. If we don't get this under control,
Somebody
going to
else
lose
will get it under
everything.
control.
We're going to lose all of it.
Somebody else will get it under control.
Well, and like not for nothing, when like the origins of the street takeovers were happening, it should have got shut down real quick.
Oh, hey, sorry. I just checked my phone. Sorry, Mike. I just checked my phone. He sent me the pictures of the Rampage.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's actually a stick too. That's a 3-pedal.
I'll drive it.
Right, I'll drive it. Hell yeah,
That's rad.
that is rad. But like the origins, if you like look into it,
here.
it's kind of hard to find the videos,
Tell
but
him to swipe right.
you could find them like in certain places. But it's all started really in like the Oakland, California area. And there is one video I'll never forget of a street takeover, and it's like 4 cars doing donuts.
Supercar suspect.
No, it's four cars doing donuts, and this guy comes out with the Uzi and just starts fucking going in the
yeah.
fucking air and
Yeah.
shit. That's how all that shit started, and it's terrible that I'm seeing like people in Tampa doing it, and Jacksonville, and it just seems like it's just weaving its way through everywhere, and everybody thinks it's.
Every now and then, like I said, if you watch North American dash cam video
Oh, I'll
compilations,
see it.
You'll see it. Like
I religiously
third or fourth
watch
video.
them.
Oh yeah, I rabbit hole in that every now and then.
But yeah, people just
Yeah, Mega Driving School.
mega driving
Yeah.
So
school.
hey, well, I have to give it to YouTube because there used to be a couple people that their entire YouTube was based about going to those events, and they had entire things set up of just it was them going to the events. They have been completely shut down, their profiles deleted, everything like that. They are not allowed back on YouTube because of that. So I gotta give YouTube that because they started to recognize like the problems of it, and they are
They
like-
said, hey, we got to stop promoting this.
exactly because they were like the channels that I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say names, but they were like full on like promoting it and all that. Like, hey, the helicopter's following us. Hey, we're going to here. We're doing this. We're doing that. And yeah, no.
No.
Fire truck.
Not today, guys.
But yeah, no, that shit needs to stop. It's fucking it's stupid. Go if you're gonna do something like that.
Go to a back road. Go
well,
to an industrial park where there's no traffic.
Even that, like what people are saying, Hey, you want to, see how your car can slide? Spend $20, go to a drift event that are sometimes held in fucking church parking lots and all of that. The one that I went to was an autocross/drift event that was held in a high school fucking parking lot that they rented
I've been
out.
to one. I've been to one at a high school before.
Yeah, and it was literally they
high school
they
parking
rented
lot.
out the parking lot. It was $10 to get in if you were a spectator. It was $30 if you wanted to actually be in it.
Or be like a normal backwoods fucker. Go find an abandoned parking lot, look around and see if there's cops, do a couple donuts real quick, and leave.
Right.
See if there's anybody around. Is there someone watching? Yes. Go.
Or you go find back roads in undeveloped neighborhoods that never got off the ground, but they paved all the roads out
Scissor
there.
Springs.
Exactly.
But still,
I saw
that's
videos of a YouTuber, and I won't mention the guy's name, when he was living here. He's no longer living here. And I saw where he was going out and ripping, where him and his buddy were going out and ripping and doing a little script. And I was like, yeah, I've absolutely been out on those roads, allegedly.
In
But-
Mexico.
all the
but
way in
still,
Mexico.
it's one of those. If you're gonna do something like that, do it responsibly. Like Chris was saying,
Yeah.
don't make it to where you doing what you want to do with that
Impacts
it impacts
literally
or
somebody
puts
else.
puts
Right.
somebody else in danger. If you're gonna do that, put yourself in danger. You're responsible for yourself. Don't be responsible for them. They're playing video games. I think.
Well, and I've seen so many videos of people getting hurt at
I
those
know the
things.
sound of him playing
And, like,
video games. Don't worry.
One of the most recent ones I saw, I couldn't find any information on it, but the guy got folded up, and like he was
Stop yelling!
he was completely like folded up, bent over, and looked dead, and everybody's just like, oh, we gotta move him. Like he got hit by a car underneath it, and the car sucked him up completely and
Yeah.
spat him out the back, and he was folded up like his head between his legs and shit on the ground.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, move him out of the way.
Like that's it. Yeah.
No.
It's fucking stupid. And
Don't do takeovers, kids.
Yeah.
It's the moral
That's
of the
our
story.
message here. Don't do those.
Don't be an
Like,
asshole.
like at this point,
If we know
go do
you and you
drugs.
do,
I
and
don't
you
know,
and you
like,
do a
don't do takeovers.
if we know you and you not even participated in a takeover, you went to a takeover, just even like spectate, you are no longer a friend. Fuck you. I'm gonna kick you in the balls next time I see you, and I will make sure that I take the spark plugs out, redo the firing order, and I'm gonna piss in your fucking fuel tank.
Right in the fuel tank. And you don't want Mike piss in there. That's a different kind of stuff. You ever seen piss from a little dude?
It's harder. It hits differently.
I'll fucking
It's
piss
a
on the
little
leg.
different.
I'll piss on the leg. I'll
You
do
won't-
it.
You won't even notice it.
Well, now, like I said, so California, where all this stuff started, they've been cracking down on this a lot harder.
Well, that's the one
They
shut down that one
basically
bridge.
changed. They've changed. Well, not only should they went out.
Well,
on the
yeah, that
but
bridge
they-
that bridge fucking opened up that night, and they
There was
had
a
to shut
takeover.
it down.
So the rules out there are now. I mean, if you're there spectating,
You can get it. I think it's a felony
yeah,
at that
that's
point.
felony deal. Also, spectating at street racing, kind of the same thing. And if you're there with your car gets towed.
Mm-hmm.
My only issue with that is you have a slightly modified car, and you're on your way home from work.
And you're caught up behind the bullshit.
And you're stuck in traffic because of those assholes. Now you have a target on your back, even though you have nothing to do with it.
Agreed. I could.
You know what I mean? That was what he was getting at, to where pretty much anybody with a slightly lowered car with a slightly different exhaust now has a target on their back. And again, it's not because of something we've done; it's because of what these little assholes of the universe have
Yeah.
done. So,
Like
you
you,
guys.
you work a night shift and you're now coming home from work and you get stuck in the shit and like now I have to worry about, am I gonna get my car impounded and all that because I'm just here, like I'm
Right.
trying to go fucking home.
Well, what
And-
I'm even getting at is, like, you go down to California, there are ECM inspections.
Yep.
Okay, you have to once a year take your car over and get it ECM inspected. They're going to pull the ROM ID off of your ECM, and you cannot have a modified ECM ROM.
Unless the modifications are emissions exempt,
Right,
Or-
but that means
or-
the car has to be.
or has an exemption order on it.
that means it has to be in one of the exemptions, which out in California is
Which why do you think?
Mine is.
Why do you think?
Because it's Ford.
Yeah, but I'm just saying mine is.
But yours is Ford. So, like mine, if I drove my car out into California and got hit at an inspection station, my car's getting towed.
Technically, mine's okay.
Right.
Yeah, his also, but his isn't Ford.
Mine's Mountain.
His is
But my
Mountain
Mountain
Cobb,
is a
But it's
carb.
carb legal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carb legal.
Mine's not.
So-
Even though mine is not, like, it's not
Yours
modifying
is
the
40, yours
emissions.
is 49 state legal.
Right.
But your car brand new wouldn't be able to be sold in California.
Correct.
Even though
The
it's a
California
California fucking
special.
special.
Yeah.
So there is a big difference between California specials and California specials that were sold in California. Only, well, for Sabrina's year, for 2012, only 200 were sold in California as the California specials, and they are, so what hers is a Gen 1 Coyote, 412 horsepower and all that. Theirs is rated at 390.
Yep.
And that, because of all their extra shit that they fucking have on there.
So what I'm saying is, unless you want the rest of the country to end up like California,
No, so dude, my thing about this is, so you know how all these takeovers are happening in, well, a lot of them are happening in California and all that. Do you realize the cars that are in the takeovers, what they are?
Yeah.
mostly Challengers, Chargers,
G35s.
No, well
Hellcats,
they
G35.
no,
G35.
they
Ford
are
Mustangs.
the 392 Scat Packs, which are what their credit scores are.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the RTs, which have a 340 credit score, and so they're all lease vehicles
Yes.
that these people have that don't have modifications to them. Like if you listen to her exhaust notes, it's literally that's all they have,
Just
and
stock, yeah.
they go
Well,
out and
the
buy.
missing bumper from the last takeover they were in, where they smacked somebody's car, that could be considered weight reduction. So
Exactly,
modified car.
yeah.
Well, that's because he
So-
probably lost it in another takeover.
Exactly.
So
But
when I
it's-
saw that thing, I was like, oh, as soon as that video started, I'm like, he's the one who's going to hit somebody.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
but
But
it-
you also
it's-
looked, as soon as you saw the back bumper missing, you're like, this is not this guy's first Cal.
But
No.
it's one of those to where they're riding around on the used tires and all that. It's they aren't car people.
Right.
They're
No.
just assholes of the universe.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Or they're wannabe social media stars and influencers.
And that's
They're
what
just
it
doing
is.
for the
They,
gram.
and if you realize it, it's they are.
They're
That's
just
what they're
exploiting
doing.
it for-
That's what they are doing, and
for
it's a
attention.
sad thing.
But they're getting lumped in with us.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Actually, more specifically, we're being lumped in with them.
Correct.
We're the ones getting the target on our back because of the stupid
Yeah.
shit that they do. So, fuck those guys.
It's just a shitty situation all around.
For real.
is.
Yeah, and there's no good way out of it, type deal. I mean, there is. Fucking stop doing it, but
Well,
it's,
there is no problem that cannot be solved with the proper application of high explosives. Just saying.
He's right.
true.
You're not wrong.
But a lot of times they're shooting off fireworks too. So
Always needs more cannon.
yeah. So let me go to the bathroom and I'll grab the next beer.
I like your idea though. High explosives. That fixes the problem. You get caught in it. You get caught participating in a takeover.
Your car ends
Your
up
car
like
gets blown up.
Your car ends up like the cement truck on MythBusters.
Yes. High explosives, detonator.
That was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
That was absolutely amazing.
I loved the shocked look on their face. They're looking. They're like,
When the-
"Ooh, wow!
I
that
mean,
was
'cause-
way more than we thought."
yeah,
it was
when the
gonna be."
shockwave went past them,
Yeah.
it was like, oh damn.
Well, you know they got into big trouble for that, right?
Yeah. Another one that they got in trouble for was one of their cannon shots.
Yep.
It went down and hit the ground and then bounced over their backstop and ended up going through somebody's house.
Yeah.
Luckily, nobody was hurt in that one.
But the cement truck one, so that blew out windows like 3 miles away, and they got into a little bit of trouble over that one. They had to pay for some windows and such.
Yeah, but I mean, that was absolutely amazing. The best part of that to me was when they were walking around looking at the damage and they see like an engine with a chunk of framer hanging off of it, and Adam's just like, well, there's your problem.
Oh, by the way, do either of you happen to follow Neutral Drop Garage?
Never heard of it.
Or I think it might just be Neutral Drop. So it's a couple of New England guys who act ignorantly New England, and they do really dumb shit with cars. Started from them doing neutral drops to where they could blow a transmission on a car. And
As one does.
they had multiple videos now. The one that is my favorite, though, is a BMW that they fed German food till it blew up. As they stuffed sauerkraut and bratwurst into the valve cover and then poured Heineken in on top of that. And redlined the thing until it quit. But that's all these guys do is they get junk cars that are already junk and blow them up. They get cars.
As one does.
They'll reverse, neutral, drop, automatics till automatics blow up. Pour beer in the engine, drain all the oil out. Pour beer in the gas tank. Put different stuff in there, and the way they act is like.
So they're the New England version of Garage 54.
Yeah, and it's all they do, but they're ignorantly New England, like the "hey, I'm walking here" kind of shit. Like that's like all they do, and it makes it so much more hilarious. But like they have a video of a Hyundai, and when they did it, the guy comes up and he's like, "Whoa, what are you thinking about this car?" And he goes, "Well, it's got a rod knock. You know, it's a Kia and a Hyundai, so it's factory. They all come like that. We just got to implement it a little more." And I'm like,
Why they gotta be so obvious about that?
Say, can you confirm?
Hey, you're not supposed to say that out loud.
Yeah.
We've done this one before.
"What? Really?" I tried to access the beer list and it wouldn't load, but I don't think we've done that before.
Yeah.
Oh, we have totally done that.
We have
Yeah.
absolutely done that one.
Cool.
But
I failed.
A long time ago.
I can't get the beer list to load on my phone.
you have to do it outside the building.
Outside the building?
Yeah, if you go inside a metal building, you're basically walking into a Faraday cage. Your shit won't work.
No, like I can't even find the list on our email. I was trying to find like the
Oh, just go into Google Docs and log in as Pints of Pistons. It's right there.
Yeah, because you do this.
What is this?
Yeah.
You need to do this.
You do this. No. See?
Well, we're rehashing an
Do
old beer that we've had
and
a
you go
long time
to,
ago.
Where's the Google Docs?
It's an oldie but a goodie.
We have had this one
Oh,
before.
see, I was trying to do it through the email.
That was early.
Well, my memory's trash, so.
Hey, we know for sure he's not bringing us Michelob Ultra.
And it's not a
Organic.
hibiscus one, so we're
Right.
okay. with
God,
that.
no.
Yeah, because you did it twice, and I still won't forgive you for that.
I still have them in my fridge. I haven't dumped them. out.
I'm. As a matter of fact, even other beers that we didn't like, one of us may not have finished it and passed it on to somebody else, but those two of yours were the only ones that we actually poured out.
Yep. The one we poured out right there on camera, aggressively. Like, we looked at the camera
With
and turned
malice.
that bottle up.
Hey, hold on.
And was like, we're doing this on
no one else
purpose.
poured yet.
Oh.
Sorry, they're having fun. Well, you already poured it. Mike's gonna get a thing of us pouring it.
Oh.
Well, Brian has to finish his quick. So, Brian, finish it.
Okay, I have an asterisk next to it, so it shows as a repeat.
But yeah, that's actually something I saw recently on TikTok, by the way. According to, what's the bar helper guy, Mike,
John Taffer.
John Taffer. He actually says when you're pouring a beer, like you don't want to do the soft pour. You actually do want to.
Well, yeah,
Pour it a
you
little
want to get a
hard.
little head because
Well, you wanna
if,
get
if
the
you
head
put
to
the paper towel into it, that's how it went.
Well, not only
into your
that,
stomach.
somebody else came on and added to that.
Who's pouring it?
When
I'll
you're
pour it.
outgassing a beer like that, you're releasing some of the terpenes and some of the chemicals.
Let me know when you're ready.
Pretty good.
I
Ready?
think I went a little aggressive there at the beginning.
Like that, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Wadabagalugula. Whole thing.
On the other side.
Do you want to get a side shot while I do it?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a little
Yes,
bit
I should have been
down
on the side. I
too.
fucked up.
Brian, look at that.
And I'll slow it down. I regret not coming on this side first. So I was like, fuck, because you can't do autofocus on this. So I have to track the, Damn. Is this the one that I tried at the house?
No, that was this
No.
one.
I was gonna say most likely I'll probably drink this and have another. So you're,
Just
you're
let me know.
yeah.
Come get me. I would have to stand here.
Yeah.
I got you.
Now watch out, Sabrina's a little bitch when it comes to video games. She'll cheat like a motherfucker.
She did cheat.
I know.
She waited until I walked away, hit me, and said, "Oh, I paused it, but I did hit you though, just to let you know."
Exactly.
That makes sense.
It
Okay.
is. I know my wife.
Yeah, I definitely think I went a little too aggressive at the beginning on that one.
I added donut hole.
This beer makes a very thick head.
Oh, it.
Giggity.
Yeah. It's like Sabrina when I buy her an inflatable.
Oh, we're live. You know that, right?
I
I can't ever make that go away.
Well, he won't be for long.
right.
What'd I do now? I was
No, it was
Not you,
me.
him,
It was
Mike.
me.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I'm not
Nothing.
saying
Don't
it
worry
again.
about it.
Just watch the replay. You'll find it.
You'll see it when you watch the replay.
All right, so now that we're all back, Squirrely Dan here has, he's
But-
brought us one that we've had before.
But it is one that I'm okay with him
Yeah,
bringing
I'm okay
again.
with this one. This is Cigar City Brewing from Tampa, Maduro Brown Ale. Named after a dark cigar wrapper, Maduro Brown Ale boasts notes of semi-sweet chocolate, toffee, and hints of fresh coffee. Complex and full-bodied, our malt-forward ale is brewed with flaked oats to add depth of character.
Also, it goes really good with a cigar.
Anything from Cigar City does. All right, we can clink on this one.
Absolutely. What we got here?
Mustang?
Mustang.
Kind of.
Sounds like a 3.7.
No, it doesn't
No,
have
it's
3.7.
Sounded weird.
Voodoo. It's a Shelby it's a GT350.
do you voodoo?
Damn, I forgot how good this one was.
It is a good one.
Exactly. This is great.
So we're mad at you, Dan, but we're not that mad at you.
Right, we're
That's all right. I'm mad at me too.
we're perturbed.
I didn't know
That's all.
I didn't know it was on Google Docs. I thought it was on the email. So now that I know, I can actually fucking check before I go.
Yeah, Google Docs.
Because I always thought it was somewhere on the email or something. I could never find it.
Yeah, I still need
Try pulling it up so you can at least
What?
know.
Don't pick on
Just
me.
go to Google Docs and log in as Pints and Pistons, and
Google Docs.
it's right there. And I just updated
Oh,
it, so we're good.
He said, I like how Brian thinks. All I've got to say is glad we didn't have social media back in the late 80s and early 90s.
Fucking
You
A.
said that
Yeah,
a
it should-
thousand
yeah.
times.
Fuck.
Just
Fucking A.
literally do Pints and Pistons.
So I'll give you a little story about that. Mike here wanted to know if there were pictures of two-legged me, like floating about from various things. And I was like, I really don't think so, because back in the day, if someone showed up to anything we were doing with a camera, it made us a little bit nervous.
Right,
Because we had the view of that shit wasn't memories, that shit was evidence.
right.
So if someone came to a party or something we were doing one night and you had a camera, there was a pretty good chance that camera was going to get accidentally knocked down and stomped on by
Right.
everybody.
Oops, I smashed your camera. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So this one here gets the bright idea to, message another one of my buddies and ask him. He's like, hey, is there any pictures of
There it is.
two-legged
There we go.
Brian floating around? And Brett's like,
All you gotta do is-
don't
especially
think
look
so,
when you
because
go
we
into
really
the
didn't do
store,
cameras, we
do
didn't have smartphones, and cameras just made us think that shit was evidence. And Mike was actually like, holy shit, you guys were from the same era.
Yes. You're all Gen X. You're all like, no, you don't take pictures of this.
Exactly.
That could be used as evidence later
Well,
on.
and the only picture I ever got was the one of really big mullet-haired Brian with his crutches, not those crutches, at
yeah, that was
the
old school.
Poison concert.
Yeah, that was at one of the
Poison
was at one
concert,
of the Poison
2009.
Def Leppard. Yeah, that was at the Ford Amphitheater.
2009. You have really big hair, really big mullet, and Brian with crutch. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right. So do we want to go into the conceptual ideas that we have
yeah.
rendered?
Yeah, my concept car idea.
yeah, we can do that.
So I had the synapses fired off, and a few brain cells rubbed together and produced a thought. And I kind of asked the guys, hey, what's your favorite concept car that didn't make it into production?
And
So-
I have to say, like, I had a couple of them.
I had like 3 of them right off the top of my head.
I will say my number one that I was gonna pick was gonna be the Cadillac 16 because that fucking thing was
Yeah.
amazing. But I know 3 of us went Mopar because Mopar always does these amazing concepts that we wish they would just fucking make.
So I actually had 2 in mind, and when I pulled them up, I was like, let me just explore some of the like Dodge concept cars over the last.
my
30
second one, I
years.
really thought Brian was gonna pick. It was gonna be the Ford GT90.
So I looked
And I
at
really thought you were
the
gonna
Ford
pick that one.
GT90.
Yep.
That was one I thought
I
about.
do have. I have a Hot Wheels of that, and I have the model kit. Of that.
Yeah.
And I looked at you. Does anybody remember the Pontiac Banshee?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought about that one, but then I came across the one that I did pick.
Did you wipe it off after?
Giggity. So
Yeah, but the Banshee, that's such a good fucking pick, though.
That,
Like,
dude,
that-
that thing was amazing.
Yes, it was.
That thing was
so
amazing.
we're on I believe Michael.
That one's mine. That
Yeah,
is a
this is-
Dodge
this is-
M4S.
Yep.
Yeah, that was actually built, I think, more or less
No.
by PPG,
Yeah. Well, and now
Um,
it's gone to something else. So.
and that one's mine. So anyway, the M4S that he
Well,
chose.
and I put like 8 pictures on, by the way. So just to let
you'll
you
flip
know.
through 'em.
So.
By the way, that car is actually sitting in the basement of the Peterson Museum.
Yep. So this one's Chris, can you pause and
I don't know how to pause it.
Dan help him because I know you can, so that way we can talk about shit. Hold on, Dan's coming. Dan's coming.
Hold on.
He's breathing. He's breathing hard. He's breathing hard. He's almost there. He's almost there. He's almost there.
Yes.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. There'll be a little dealy.
There you go. Okay, so we'll talk about Chris's first because
Oh,
it's
did you
up
just
right
make it
there.
like Stat it.
How do you hotkey?
Because, well, normally mine pops up like right here with a little slideshow thing that you can click on. Do you have it set to slide?
Manual. Use hotkeys to control slideshow.
What the fuck
Nah.
are fucking hotkeys, lad?
Sorry. Slight pause.
Switch it back to the automotive there. Yep, hit okay. Why isn't it coming up?
Nope.
Fuck me, laddie.
We're just gonna have to let him roll.
All right. Anyway, so well, Chris, talk about yours.
So what I ended up selecting was one I had never seen before. I selected the Dodge Demon, and I almost selected the other one.
Which was the Dodge? I know which one you're talking about. It almost looks the same. It had a smaller motor.
Copperhead.
No, not the Copperhead. I almost selected the Venom from
Yes.
1994.
Yep. That's
Reason
what it was.
being
Yep.
is I actually put hands on that car. That was at the 1994 St. Louis Automotive Show.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And I had a picture of that car on my wall
Yep.
as a poster because my dad was a car dealer and we always went to the automotive show. But I saw this Demon and I'm like, Demon? Click. 2004
V6.
Dodge. No, inline 4.
Oh yeah, it was the SRT4 motor.
So
Just
in
turned the other way.
2004, Dodge made a Miata competitor. Inline 4, 6-speed manual, 2-seater, convertible
Rear-wheel drive.
rear-wheel drive.
But
Miata.
But it
It
was.
was a
should-
Miata.
They should
but
have.
but the thing
Which
was,
would've
it
been
was
crazy
it was
because
the
at that
SRT4. It was the SRT4 engine. It was what they had in the Neon and all that. Just
It didn't
spun.
say that it was turbocharged.
I'm pretty sure it was that same motor.
Maybe it was.
Turned around.
But
That
what
would have been fucking
crazy
sweet, though.
is that if that car had come out, we would have had that car, the Dodge Demon. We would have had the Pontiac Solstice / Saturn Sky,
Oh.
the Miata, and the S2000 available in this country. We would have had
And the Z3.
and the Z3. We would have had so many choices
That's so fucking spicy.
for roadsters.
And they didn't do it. They didn't do it.
And that would have been a fantastic car. I don't know why they wouldn't build that.
Who's next?
Let's see
Brian.
what pops up.
Is Brian up?
I only have 2 pictures of mine. Oh, that's the.
I only have one picture of mine.
I believe that one's yours.
Hey, that's yours. It's
Oh,
the Chrysler.
the Chrysler ME412.
So
Yes.
Forza 2 times. That was the fastest thing that besides the GT40 that you could get up to 262.
Not for nothing, when I first saw that car, and still to this day,
It's wonderful.
I fell in love, and I still
What
am
year?
in love.
Tell them what year.
2003.
I think.
I think. Right.
So
2004.
It's this Chrysler
Yeah.
supercar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that thing, and the thing is, I mean, you look at that car now, all the lines on it, the proportions of it, and the styling on it, that car looks
Modern
proper
still
Well,
now.
and-
today.
Oh, yeah, and
It looked like a
and,
McLaren.
Well,
Yeah.
and the 412 signature. You guys know what that means? 412. 4 turbos, 12 cylinders.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it produced 850 horsepower. It was the Mercedes M120 V12 with 4 turbos on it.
It was their
and they
original
had,
fax machine.
And they had
Yeah.
a functional one that ran and drove and everything. And that car, still to this day, like it looks
And it,
looked
sounded.
McLaren.
It
It
sounded
looks like a
amazing.
McLaren P1.
And even the inside, and I will give this because Chrysler is the king of using regurgitated shit inside of cars.
I will have to say the clock in the middle of it was literally the same clock that you could get on the Sebrings, the analog clock.
Well,
that
and the
stuck in
gauge
middle.
faces in
Yeah.
the ME412 are the same as the Caravan, but
Yeah.
that's besides the point. They recycled that in a
No,
good
not
way,
the
and
Caravan,
honestly,
it was the 300M.
oh, it's the 300 at the time,
300M
actually, yeah.
gauges.
That car did well on the inside. They used a bunch of recycled shit, but they kind of reshaped everything, and it made it look edgy and like
Bespoke.
And I hate
Yeah.
calling like this that close to it, but like you know how the Spikers dashboard is.
Yes.
It's basically the same way. Basically
The
same way, yeah.
edges and the way they did the stainless
The
steel
detail-
trims and
the detailing
everything.
and the surfacing in that car were
Yes,
amazing.
yes,
But yeah, like I
they
said,
really
if you just
were.
look at that car styling-wise as a styling exercise, it looks proper today.
Mid-engine, 4 turbos, 12 cylinders, and just pure anger.
I just Forza
And yet
2
it somehow
just-
manages to look like a Chrysler.
It does.
Yeah.
it does.
It's all
like-
I see
Chrysler.
that, and it's a Chrysler.
It is.
Well, hey,
it's
that
notable.
was right at the tail end of Daimler Chrysler.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking it's one of the potential
it-
best supercars that could have came out.
Well,
maybe.
hey,
but who
it
knows?
was one of those. How many posters of that did we have? You go to
I did.
Classic
I
Book
did.
Fair, and you could buy those fucking
I
posters
did. I had a
of
poster
that.
across
Yeah,
my wall
exactly,
of that car,
yeah.
man. That car was sweet. And my grandfather had this Mopar concept freaking calendar he had, which had the Demon in it.
Yep.
And a couple other ones, including the OG Magnum and everything, and that car was in there too. And I don't remember what month it was. I just remember seeing
May.
that car, and I was,
it was
like,
May. It was May. It was
Look
on
at
May.
that thing.
Yep.
oh.
Because I know exactly what one you're talking about.
Had the
It was May.
purple, the OG purple Magnum that had the big cross.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so, Mike,
sorry.
go back and tell them about your car.
So mine was 1984. There's the pace car rendition of it. 1984 Dodge M4S. So
those
a
are good.
lot of people will know this as the Wraith
The Turbo
from
Interceptor.
the movie
It's
The
the only
Wraith.
one in the world. She
Yeah.
does very special things.
I don't know. It was a ghost, man. It was a Wraith. It was a Wraith.
It was a wraith, man, a ghost, and it's not cool.
So not only that with because that was Charlie Sheen, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Charlie Sheen, Sherilyn Fenn, Nick Cassavetes, the guy known as Rughead.
Yeah. It
Uh,
such a great movie, but that thing
oh no, it
actually
was that
the-
was B movie schlock. That was absolutely bad '80s B movie car films, and it's fucking awesome. And I have it on disc, and I love that movie.
Great.
God, the music behind it too, because you had Wasp doing a lot of the fucking shit for it and that. But anyway, that car, I mean, the fact you had the rear clamshell to open up, it was powered by a 2.2 turbo fucking Dodge motor, which at the time, if you had
Didn't
one,
they 4-cam that one?
yes,
Yeah.
they did. But it was one, if you had even the regular one, the turbo fucking steer, well, on front wheel
torque steer,
drive
yeah,
and
the
all
torque
that,
steer
the
was
torque
insane.
steer
And, of
was
course-
crazy, but oh god, it
And-
sounded good, and then it was just, it was so pretty, so pretty, so pretty.
And that PPG pace car, it's still around, and it's
Yep.
in the Peterson. And that's
So,
where it's at.
but it's one,
Bitch.
it's one of those the
Please be careful.
I am
the
careful.
Right, right.
the stunt
Again.
cars.
No.
The stunt cars were actually Volkswagens
Yep.
that they put a skin on and that. But that car, I wish that would have came through
There was
to
one.
something.
There was one that was built with a tubular steel space frame that did have a mid-mounted engine, and that car was eventually purchased from the production company. And the guy that was doing it ended up repowering it with V6 and the automatic out of an Intrepid.
2.7. Oh fuck.
Yeah. So basically, he went full Prowler on it.
So it's broken now?
Yeah.
Probably. I haven't seen any updates on the car in a long time.
That's sad.
And as far as any types of collectibles of it, there was a company that was built that was manufactured a resin cast static display model that you basically bought it painted, assembled, and all that. But those were fairly expensive, around $150 at the time. So that was probably 15 years ago or more. And I think they only made a limited run of like 50
Yeah.
something, and that was
Yeah.
it. So there's really I've never seen a diecast of that car. I've never seen like a Hot Wheels of that car.
There needs to be.
Yeah, I haven't really
There
seen anything
needs to be.
for that. I haven't like any collectible kind of stuff for that car. But yeah, that was used in a movie. It was Pace Car once, and now it's at the Peterson.
Yep.
But that's one of those cars I fully wish that would have been a full thing because that would have brought the 80s to his fucking knees.
For real.
So this next one coming up, I'm actually unfamiliar with this car that you've selected, Brian.
The Holden?
Yes.
You know what this is? So hold on. You played the original Test Drive Unlimited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Oh
Ma-
yes. I had that on computer.
Hey, that sounded like it was a blender with babies in it. Remember
Okay,
that one?
so-
Remember it? You'll see it and you remember it.
So what we have here is the 2005 Holden Effigy concept car, and
Wait,
this
hold
was
on. Why? What they called it an effigy?
Yes.
Effigy.
And in Test Drive Unlimited, it sounded like a blender with babies
But
in it.
that car, that was Holden, so that was General Motors Australian manufacturer.
Had a 5.7 LT, not even an
No, it
LS.
had a 6-liter LS2
It did?
with a roof
Okay.
spoiler on it. Made 648 horsepower and 560 foot-pounds of torque, and it was built on a then new C6 Corvette chassis.
Nice.
But yeah, I remember seeing the first time I saw that. I actually have a Holden calendar that building models. You know, you sometimes trade model parts with people across the country,
It is that one.
and it's that one
Yeah.
right there.
Okay,
and
that's
I actually had bought some stuff from a model builder in Australia, and when he sent the stuff up to me, he sent me a Holden calendar.
You know,
Nice.
that kind of looks like what the SSR developer was attempting to achieve and didn't nail that.
Yes.
like the
But
same.
yeah, but
Like
yeah,
the
that,
SSR development team was
they
going
were
after
actually
that.
going for a car called from the
Because that's sick. That's
Yeah.
sleek. That's intimidating.
Yeah, they were
That
going-
looks frightening.
They were going from for a 40s car that Holden did in Australia called the FJ. Surprisingly enough.
Just effigy is such an interesting name to use
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, but like I said, effigy is what they called that one, and I think it's beautiful. And when you go looking through the different pictures of the car, sometimes the car looks deep burgundy, sometimes the car looks purple. So the paint that they used on it was some
Something
sort of
pearl.
shifting paint.
Chromatic.
But I think the thing is absolutely beautiful. It's drop dead gorgeous. It
gorgeous
doesn't look
car.
like an OEM concept car. It looks like
It's beautiful.
a Riddler Award, type of car.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like a
You know
car
what
that
it, no,
looks
you know
like
what
a
it
full.
looked like? It looked like a render.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It
it
looked like somebody rendered that on PC.
For
and
a
went,
villain to drive.
But it's also, like I said, it's a driving example. It's basically a C6 Corvette with a
It
roof
almost
blown
reminds
LS2
me,
underneath it.
Brian, of the guy that is local here that has that, was it the 37 Buick, the convertible, the
Yeah.
purple one, that is on a C5 chassis? You know which one I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
I know
though,
which one
and
you're
he has put like 80,000 miles on it and all that.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that.
He's had that car for.
You know which one I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
because
The-
he used to come into O'Reilly's to get parts
Oh.
for it when I worked there. I know exactly what
he's
you're
been
talking
there
about.
for years. And all.
He's in that car was for sale for a long time too, and then he was like,
yeah, and he
never
kept it,
mind.
and he drives it every
Yeah.
single fucking
Yeah,
day.
but that
thing's-
car,
that thing's
like I said,
sleek.
that car, when you look at it, that looks like something that was a coach-built car
Yep.
by
Yes,
a
it
builder. That would be competing for a Riddler Award or something,
Yeah,
or America's
that was
Most
amazing.
Beautiful Roadster Award. That's the kind of level that is,
Yeah.
and the fact that came from an OEM styling house and was
Mhm.
built
Yeah,
in-house
what the
by the
fuck
OEM
was that?
was amazing.
Right.
All right, before we do bring a trailer, I want to see if Michael wants to do anything with that.
Michael.
Ooh, a new signing on the OnePlus 5.
Yeah, it
That
was him. Finally getting the fucking beer list.
reminds me. I'm kind of curious as to how many repeats we've done.
We've done a couple. I know we've done at least a couple.
So, Einstock Toasted Porter.
There's a new one
and you can
that I
participate,
want
too,
to...
if you want. We do a bring a trailer car at the end. So bring a trailer is like an auction website, and basically Brian knows the price, and we all kind of
Well,
guess
yeah,
at it.
Brian needs to bring another price.
We guess at what the car sold for. Price is Right rules wins for reputation, basically.
Okay. Yep. It's for bragging rights only.
Okay.
So yeah, so,
basically what I
Brian,
do is
Brian
I
and
go on
Sabrina
Trailer
go.
and I look for cars that have sold, not cars that did not meet reserve. So maybe the car had a reserve, maybe it
coming
didn't
over
have a
here to see
reserve, but
pictures.
either way, the car sold. So there's some cars you will see bid to, and they'll have a price amount. That's a car that did not meet its reserve, therefore it did not sell, and I don't bother with those. So this is a car that either it had a reserve and went above it, so it met, or it didn't have a reserve. Either way, sold car, and that's what it is. And I try to find stuff that's kind of cool, kind of quirky. I try to stay away from the super high dollar stuff, just because, I don't know, Bring a Trailer is almost like a money laundering site at this point, but that's just me.
So much shit's been
That's why you need to do cars and bids.
recently.
They're hard to filter the auction results by date.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever finish that beer?
I don't know about.
I want to get that pour.
Oh
That
well,
was
trust
lit. That
me.
was
Give me
lit.
give me another 5 minutes, and you'll have plenty of fucking video of that.
Yeah, slow down the initial pour, because like I said, I went a little too heavy and used
Bro, come
No,
on.
did you see
Come
that?
on, dude.
Oh yeah.
Did
come
you
on.
see the show Chris because he didn't see it.
That looks like something like you'd like buy as a gift or something like that online or something.
Oh my god.
Right?
That camera is something.
I told you, bro.
That thing is rad.
Told you we're only paying you with food.
Oh, we have a 924, or is it a 944?
So what we have
It's
here
up against
is
you, babe.
an original owner, 1978 924 4-speed.
Yes.
This car is located in South Hill, Washington. 59,000 miles shown, total mileage unknown. However, the seller did disclose that the odometer has rolled over, so it's 159 miles.
Nice.
Good for him for doing that.
2-liter inline 4-speed manual, silver paint, black leatherette upholstery, aka vinyl.
What year again? Sorry.
78.
Okay, so that's early. That's big safety bumper era.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got 14-inch 8-spoke alloys, removable sunroof, has a driver's side mirror, so that was back in the day when you didn't get two mirrors.
Yep.
Much paid
Yes,
more
it is.
for 'em.
Oh, you picked the right car for me. I've always wanted one of these, to be honest. I love these fucking things.
Yeah.
It has a radio, it has a car cover, it
Hey!
has service
A
manuals.
little bit of rust in one of the windows.
It's
Yeah,
gonna,
it does-
It's gonna
it-
have some stuff in a few
The
places.
car's been resprayed once, and it does have some blemishes, but
Rear
it's,
subframe notorious on those too.
yeah, but the underside of the underside pictures of this one, everything looks pretty good. Probably because of the amount of diff oil it was leaking out of it.
It does look actually pretty clean though. I've almost bought
This
one of those so many
1978 Porsche 924 was purchased new by the seller's father at Interlake Porsche Audi in Bellevue, Washington. Powered by a 2-liter inline 4 with a 4-speed manual transaxle. Car is finished in silver over black leatherette, aka vinyl. Is equipped with the Sport Package 2, 14-inch 8-spoke alloy wheels, pop-up lights, removable sunroof, a radio, front disc brakes.
And he said it was 78, right?
924 is now offered by the seller on his father's behalf with a window sticker, shop manuals, a toolkit, a car cover, and a clean
Got
Washington
no window.
title.
That's
Old school garage says 15.5.
Ooh, oh, I see. Oh, fuck. Mike, I was around that same fucking spot. Shit.
You can say 15.4 just to be a jerk.
No, I'm not gonna do that to our biggest supporter.
I don't think the market's that strong on these cars.
well, it's early.
It's an
the
early one.
Early
It's an
924s
early one.
Are much more obtainable now than they were for the 80s. 80s are starting to hit their stride, but the earlier ones.
And 944 turbos are really the
Those are
desirable
the
car.
peak right now. Club Sports too. Holy
Yeah,
fuck!
yeah.
Club Sports pulling fucking 6 figures on those. Anyway,
I'm gonna
um,
say
Find one with
11.
find one with Apache seats.
I was gonna say that's a solid 12.8. Solid 12.8. Even with the mileage, it looks like it was maintainable enough.
It's a lot of miles.
think
It's not a
16.
super clean car.
Not the cleanest, but
All
that
right,
car
hold
was
on.
still
So, Mike, you said 16.
I think 16.
Dan, you said what?
12.8.
Chris,
I say 11.
I'm gonna go 9.5.
And he was
15.5.
9.5.
What are we at?
7,383.
Get the
Ah,
fuck
way
outta
low.
here,
Okay,
what?
fair
Nobody
enough.
wins.
I threw a little bring a trailer tax on that.
I was closest.
I did
That's
too.
crazy.
Like I was thinking going below 9, but I was like, bring a trailer. It's got to have a little tax on it.
Not for nothing. There's one of those on Bring a Trailer right now that's got a fucking stroked 3-liter in it.
Ah!
Oh,
Ah!
yeah.
Because the market is not hot
No,
on those
it's
cars. Nobody
not.
cares about those.
Well, nobody liked them when they were new.
Right, because they're 4 cylinders.
Yeah, because they weren't a 911.
They're not a 911. They're
And
the poor man's Porsche.
And the 928 and the 968, all the same thing. Nobody really liked those cars because they
Right.
were 911s.
Oh, not related. It didn't even matter if we like. Did you see what the blue 914 sold for by chance with the 911 motor in it, the 3.4?
No, I didn't see that. So was it an actual 914.6 or did
No. It was
someone took a 914 and made a 914.6?
full rotisserie restoration and everything though. And I think it's the fucking, I think it's the 994 6 in it.
Old school,
I think
I
that one's a
agree.
3.2 or a
That's
3.4. It like the guy put like up a driving video and stuff though. Everything him romping on it. It's built, the motor and everything. I want to know what that went for. That has to be a boogie down car right
So
there.
994. You mean a 993? Was it an air cooled or a water cooled?
It was an air. It was an air cooled. It was the
Okay,
last.
993 was the last.
It was
air-cooled.
okay. Thank you. 993.
And that was,
it was
yeah,
the,
that was still a Metzger engine, so it didn't have the intermediate shaft.
yeah, that was. It was. Yeah, it was one of the. Yeah, because when they did the water cooled, they put the intermediate shafts in them.
Yeah, but I mean, well, I think the very earliest water cooled engines were still considered a Metzger engine.
They were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had the water cooling.
Yeah, it was
attached.
it was the 996s that had the IMS.
And honestly, that's like the one I want. I want a 996 so bad.
You know what?
And I almost traded my car for one years ago, and I didn't.
You know what I kind of like to do? I would like to take a 996, backdate the nose to a 993,
Whoa.
and then get the 7273
Don't get me going, Brian.
2.7 RS ducktail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brian.
And then
Hey, Singer needs to be listening to you right now. Oh my, dude, could you
throw
imagine
Throw
that?
some 18-inch Stagger Spooks on that bitch.
With like the RS front bumper on it too?
But I would just be happy with like a naturally aspirated 3 or maybe a 3.4 or whatever. Not even the big motor, but just like a naturally aspirated, nice high rev in with
That would be it.
with ITBs and
That would
airboxes, so
be
it
it.
sounded rad.
Yeah, no, I almost, like, I had went down to the dealership and everything down in Orlando, and I was going to trade my car. I would still have to finance. I was going to drop my payments $100. I was going to get a 01, and it had the
Oh, I
IMS
remember.
bearing
Yep,
replaced,
yep.
70,000 miles on it, 6-speed manual, black with the tan interior, and I just was like, never mind. Never mind. My car is almost paid off. Nah, I should have done it because I would have got that car for like 16 grand. And
Yeah.
like what the 996s are going for now?
Porsche, any
That's
911 is.
fried egg headlight, right?
A teardrop headlight, yeah.
Yeah, the fried eggs that nobody
And
likes.
this one had the IMS bearing replaced. It was super clean, 2-owner car, black with tan interior, 6-speed manual, everything stock. Yeah, it would have been sweet to have.
Yeah. You would have rolled it.
Right.
On that depressing note,
So
Anyway,
believe it is,
I will be seeing Old School Garage tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, and I'll try to come up there at some point.
Yeah, just look
also,
for the one-legged guy in the Cletus hat that's telling people where to park and usually yelling at them.
and with that, don't be